It's Wednesday, December 8th. Hi, Barbs and Bozos and nothing else that starts with the letter B. Again, idioms homework is due Monday. We're going to talk about that here in just a moment. And then the Math NWEA is tomorrow. We get to start off with 2 hours of wonderful fun. So, home children, I have a new handouty thing. It's a lemon colored paper thing in, so on there is this paper. We are going to get the homework poem. Friday's quiz is going to cover that poem, and then also that poem, Spider, which hopefully we're going to get a chance to go through somewhat together. So I'm just telling you that now so you're prepared for Friday. And then we went through idiom stuff, blah, blah, idioms, blah, blah, idioms, blah, blah, do the idioms, blah, blah, directions. And then the biggest thing that kids are freaking out about is making sure you have complete sentences that have subjects to them. If you need help, you are more than welcome to come ask me. We're not going to do it now. I'm not going through all of your answers. But if you're not sure if yours works as an idiom, or if you're not sure if it's a complete sentence, just come ask me. Or you can even send it to me in a remind. And I can try to say, nope, you're missing a subject, or you're missing a verb, or something like that. I'm more than happy to help you if you ask. That is fine with me. Hopefully you can work on it tomorrow in NWEA after you finish math. Jack.
I have a question about the videos and stuff. When you take a video of us, since we're the advanced class and our class might be slightly different, do you take a video of another class?
Of my regular class, I do. Between you guys and my other one, you guys are usually pretty close to each other, so it's not much of an issue. But my regular class, I do a different video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's not me. If I can say one of my videos real quick.
Yeah, at the end of class. Alright, other than that, so now, Mel.
Which one's more advanced, period 3 or period 4?
Whichever one, this one's not. So then you can put the idioms away or pout at me. We're done with idioms, now we just need the banana flavored paper. The banana paper. Oh, if you still need help, and then home children, I'm not sure how well you can zoom in on that, but I also have a list of idiom examples to help you out. Or you can just Google idiom examples, and that'd be a way of doing it too. For the idioms, by the way, if you don't know what it means, don't choose it. Like, if you don't know what chew the fat with someone means, don't pick that one. Because then you can't do the figurative if you've never heard of it. Or if you don't know how to draw it, don't pick it. If you do know what chew the fat with someone means, but you have no idea how to draw fat, don't choose it. Pick one that you know and you can draw. Again, there are a lot of options out there for you to choose from. All right. Home children, we're going to pause for a hot moment just so we can go through and do this, and we'll come back to you. All right. All right, now back to poetry learning with you. I'm aware we did not finish the one about the glove and the lions. We're going to come back and finish that here in just a moment. Hi, Owen.
Would it be ironic if Will said that it was shall?
It would be a little ironic. You are correct. Good on Owen.
So,
I did rhyme scheme with you yesterday. I just want to make sure for with rhyme scheme, the code about the whole letter thingies from there. So for this poem, what letter does every first line of a poem begin with? A. So for this first poem, what would be just on the first stanza? What would be the rhyme scheme?
A, B, B.
Nicely done. Second stanza.
C, D.
Final stanza.
E,
So did it get harder? Because we started off with like 20 of you saying it, and then it went down to like 15 of you saying it, and then in the last one we got down to just 3 of you saying it. So I wasn't sure if we forgot what letters were, or it just got more challenging, or you just needed me to make fun of you. Hello?
The reason I think that happened was because with the past poetry that we've done, it's all been in order except for one. So I think they're just kind of
slow down on that one.
Get it right.
There might be a chance that we'll go with that. They were just extra smart in thinking about it.
That's not
No.
my point, but okay.
Okay, I was
Well, actually.
Yeah, no, I take it back. I'll never try to compliment you guys again.
No, I'm sorry.
I've learned my lesson. So if we have a poem where nothing rhymes, what would the rhyme scheme be? So coming up on, I can keep going back and answering Mel's questions so many different times. One of the questions, thank you, for coming up on Fridays, you're going to have to figure out the rhyme scheme for one of those 2 poems I told you to know. either Spider or the homework poem. One of them you're going to have to know the rhyme scheme for. So I figure I just tell you now ahead of time. You're going to have to figure out rhyme scheme for it to try and help you. Hi, Omar.
Can you tell us which one?
I could, but it takes the fun out of it. And it's all about entertaining me.
No, it's not.
Well, I only care about entertaining me.
That was your sign.
Glove and the Lions. Do we have our 4 reader people?
It was me, right?
Who was stanza 1?
You didn't think about it.
Stanza dos?
Oh wait, I'm still the dog.
Stanza. Did the Spanish throw you off?
What? No, I know Spanish.
No, you don't.
I know.
One word.
Stanza 3
I know some words.
and stanza cuatro.
Let me guess. C.
Is that me?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking you guys.
Yeah, I think I was. I think I was.
You know, Uno.
Omar seems to think it was him, so we'll find out from there. All right. I know we got through the first stanza with you, so we're just going to do speedy version, and then we'll get a chance to go through from there. So stanza 1 person, go for it.
Oh.
The Glove and the Lions.
King Francis was a hardy king and loved the royal court. And one day, as his lion Spot sat looking on the court, the nobles filled their benches with the ladies in their pride. Amongst them sat the Count de Lord, with one of his inside. And truly 'twas a gallant knight thing to see that crowning share, valor and love, and a king high above, but a king above, and the royal beast below.
Thank you, Mamel.
And Roy.
Where is our poem taking place?
Coliseum.
Coliseum.
For the gladiator.
With the gladiators, but we don't have gladiators in this one. What do we have instead? Nice. So then we have the lions fighting each other. Then I think we have our the amongst means and twas. Why do they chop off letters?
Because
Syllable you think from there. And I think we get to. All right. So we have that. Ooh, who's the first character we meet in the poem?
King Francis.
Second main character.
Count the Lord.
And when it says one for whom he sighed, what does that mean?
He loves someone.
Do we know how she feels?
No, we do not.
That is going to be a big role later in the poem, is her feelings and how she feels about everything. And then, let's see, I think gallant is next. There it is. What does gallant mean? Brave to impress women in some way. Because a lot of this poem is also about impressing people, because that brings us to, I think, pride. So why do we use the word pride? That's what you call a group of lions. Why else do they use pride?
They use it because the ladies are like fighting over the guys.
There you go. And that's going to be another big thing we're going to get to, the fact that the ladies are fighting over all the dudes because they're trying to impress them and get their attention. And apparently women can be kind of...
Don't finish that.
Let's not.
and we'll go from there.
Oh, you did not.
Then say I'm wrong and we'll be good to go.
You're wrong.
Mr. Burris, are you free?
Right. So I think that covers us to there. Who's my stanza 2 person? Me. Good job. On this one, this whole stanza is about one main image. So it's not about breaking down a whole bunch of little things. The whole thing is to get across one image. All right? I'm going to have you read it, and then I'm going to read it, and then we'll be good to go. Go, Gray.
Okay. Thank you. Ramped and roared the lions with horrid laughing jaws. They bit, they glared, and gave blows like beams, and and wind went with their paws. With wallowing might, wallowing, what's that?
We'll get there.
Okay. With wallowing might and stifle. No, I just.
She said stiffles.
Okay, stifled roar. They rolled on one another till all the pit with sand and mane was in the thunderous smother. Whatever. That's a weird word. The bloody foam above the bars came whisking through the air. Said Francis then, "Thank gentlemen, we're better here than there."
Nailed it.
I had a stroke listening.
There is a simile and or metaphor I'm going to make you find here in just a moment, just to make sure you're aware.
Dang, girl.
Ramped and roared the lions with horrid laughing jaws. They bit, they glared, gave blows like beams. A wind went with their paws. With wallowing might and stifled roar, they rolled on one another, till all the pit with sand and mane was in a thunderous smother. The bloody foam above the bars came whisking through the air. Said Francis then, "Faith, gentlemen, we're better here than there." Whole stanza is to get across one image. What is happening in the stanza?
The lions are currently fighting. Everybody's watching.
Whole stanza is all about the fact that the lions are fighting, and it's supposed to be chaotic craziness of the fighting, to the point that like little bits of lion are flying through the air, like there's a paw and a whisker.
Oh, that's gross.
Oh, there's no giggling foxes. It's just a whole bunch of crazy lions attacking each other. From CNN, the giggle foxes.
We know.
And then let's see. From there we got. I don't think we had things to shorten. Ooh, our one simile.
Okay, blows like.
Or something.
There you go.
Oh,
You're giving blows like beams. Nicely done.
No,
Oh,
you didn't.
do you guys know what horrid means?
Like horror?
Oh, horrid.
Like scary.
Scary, horrible kind of thing. Something
So
like that.
it's the same as.
Yeah, it's like a
And
British word.
the wallowing means to just like to sit around. The fact that these lions are big and strong, you know, they don't have to like work out. They're just scary, just sitting as they
Oh,
are.
like wallowing in like your grief.
Correct. Same idea. Like they can just sit there and they're that big and strong. Gave blows like wait. When they say beam, they don't mean laser beams.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Now, so do you know what kind of beam it would be?
Like
It's a reference to Outsiders.
Oh. A beam of light.
What?
like the beam.
Oh, when
like,
Gally died.
Like the
Close.
A
beam of light?
Oh, the spotlight.
like the concrete beam.
Johnny broke his back.
Oh yeah, and it hit his back and then now
Oh,
he's dead.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I said that.
I know.
Yeah.
You've all blocked it out when the beam fell on that one guy and went squishy squish.
Stop.
And so
I didn't block that.
that's what they're
Squish
talking
my-
about is these lions when they hit each other with their giant
That's how they
lion
make squish
claws.
marks.
They hit each other hard enough. It's like getting hit with a beam.
Oh,
Dang.
Johnny's compared in a way.
The thing, the falling on
They
Johnny
accidentally
thing from there.
compared.
There you
Okay,
go.
I'm sorry for interrupting, but I like your time.
Thank you very much. I forgot you too. Let's see. I think that's all the main things there. Oh, that last line. The faith gentlemen were wait. When it said who's Francis?
The
I'm
king.
king.
Just making sure. So the guy running all of it, when he says we're better here than there, where is the here?
The
stands.
And where's the there?
In
the
in the pit.
So the here being up in the stands, the there being down there. So why are we better up here?
So they don't get him with lion parts.
That plays an important role as we go into the next stanza. The fact is like we're better up here than down there. Down there, bad. Up here, good. Now we go to.
Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen because why would you be
Are you trying to pick up on clues and learn? That's a third period thing.
It's called
Stanza.
Stop.
Omar.
It's not the vibe.
Anyway,
I bet I'm right.
I think that's foreshadowing because like one's either gonna
I
like fall
think-
down there.
Jeez.
Let's say, or think to like brave enough to fly.
Could be. Who's my stanza 3 person? All right, hang on. Do you have a question?
Can I like say a prediction?
Okay.
Okay. So I think what's gonna happen is that like something's gonna go wrong and then the lions are gonna like come up and like kill all of them because why else would you be like, oh well we're better here than there? Like why would you?
Well,
I wouldn't give you a poem about death. That seems awful.
And plus you always like that in literally everything you wrote. The outsiders, everything. Yeah, they.
Air Clay, you ready? Me too. Apparently we're excited to find out. Go for it, Air Clay. You're gonna have to project so we can hear you all the way over here.
Delorge's love o'er her the king, a beauteous, lively dame, with smiling lips and sharp, bright eyes, which always seemed the same. She thought, the Count, my lover, is brave as brave can be. He surely would do wondrous things to show his love for me. King, ladies, lovers, all look on, the occasion is divine. I'll drop my glove to prove his love. Great glory will be mine.
Nicely done. So this one does require sort of break down the things that happen, and there is a really bad simile we're going to get into here in just a moment. So find my really bad simile. We're going to break down what happens. Delorge's love o'erheard the king, a beauteous, lively dame, with smiling lips and sharp, bright eyes, which always seem the same. She thought, the Count, my lover, is brave as brave can be. He surely would do wondrous things to show his love of me. King, ladies, lovers, all look on. The occasion is divine. I'll drop my glove to prove his love. Great glory will be mine. She is. But we'll get there. Do you guys know what over is supposed to be?
Over.
There you go. It's supposed to be over on that one. Where's our really bad simile?
Brave as
Brave.
Why do I say that's a really bad simile?
What is brave?
Making
I
sure on
think
that
a
one.
globetrotter wrote that.
One,
Yeah,
it's comparing an adjective to an adjective, and then two, it's comparing the same adjective to itself. So then we get to here. So we have our Colosseum, and then who is our main character in this stanza?
The woman.
So we find out how she feels about the Count.
She likes him.
She at least likes, well, she says she likes him. Where might we think that she might not like him?
Because she said that she's going to drop her glove in the pit to prove love. Like, what?
So for those of you who are unfamiliar, I have brought in a prop to help us with this one. So at one time, before ladies had things like Instagram and TikTok and social media to flirt, you had to use a glove for flirting. So let me demonstrate.
Oh my god.
You're such a pretty princess.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
So you would have your glove, and if you were a lady and you found that certain guy, and you're like, hey, and you were trying to do flirty flirt with a certain guy, you would then take your glove and be like, oh, hey you. You have to make eye contact, makes it fully awkward. And once eye contact has been made, you then drop glove and you go, oh no, and you drop the glove, and if guy likes you, he would pick up glove and return it to you, and then you get to be all giggly like,
Oh, I remember that.
Thank you.
Pride and Prejudice.
If he just kicks the glove at you, and it's like whack, and then falls down, then it's not as much of him liking you. So it was sort of like sending that note when you were in elementary school about do you like me or do you like me? It was the same thing but with a glove. And it was the do you like me or do you like me? And he's like, glove. And so for her, she goes a step further with her glove, and she looks at him and she's like, hey, I dropped my glove. Oh no! And she throws it way across and it goes into the lion pit. Why does she throw it into lion pit?
Because she's an
She
idiot.
wants to see if he would do anything for her.
She's an idiot.
So who is she trying to prove to?
Francis.
No, the
Count the lion.
Not the Count Dolores.
Herself. Francis.
Herself.
Not herself.
The Francis.
Everyone.
Go back to the first stanza.
ladies.
The other ladies. Because now you have the fact that the hunkiest dude has giving her the winky eye, and she realizes all the other chicks are realizing hunky dude is checking her out. So she has to make sure that all those other women know that this is all hers. So that's why she's trying to prove it as best she can. Tiffy?
So intense flirting back in the day.
Uh-huh.
If it was intense flirting, would she like start chucking gloves at everyone?
Well, I've got a feeling, I mean, I guess you could, if you're like, oh, hey, no, hey, and you're just throwing gloves and making it right. Sure, I guess if you're trying to find the right guy, it's like fishing, and you're just throwing out gloves to find out which one brings the glove back. So, oh wait, sorry, I forgot I have Brovicast for you.
Oh God.
So there's our lions.
Okay.
There's her gloves, and then she just goes chuck chuck, and then she chucks the glove down there because now's the part where what does she want to have happen with glove?
Him
Well, what's the problem with him going down there? And now, of course, but what's important is that she shows off to the other women, and they understand the fact that she's all that, and that man is hers.
Yeah.
That's not her issue. Her issue is the fact that she's a hottie.
But does she actually love him?
No, she doesn't.
Owen?
So was the glove like the thirst trap of that era?
Yes. Stanza quattro. Let's finish out.
Oh, this is so exciting.
That was
Excited.
But I did.
Can
you just read?
Today, Omar.
Why is your mouth red? Because I was eating an apple.
Focus.
She dropped her glove to prove his love, then looked at him and smiled. He bowed and in a moment leaped among the lion's wild. The leap was quick, return was quick. He has regained his place. Then threw the glove, but not with love, right in the lady's face. By heaven, said Francis, rightly done. And he rose from where he sat. No love, quote he, but vanity sets love a task like that.
I was Dolores.
He didn't die?
Well, he doesn't die, but her dignity dies. So there is definitely a death, which we're going to get to.
Bring the glove again.
So I'll read it, we'll break it down again. So you have, she dropped her glove to prove his love, then looked at him and smiled. He bowed and in a moment leaped among the lions wild. The leap was quick, return was quick. He has regained his place. Then threw the glove, but not with love, right in the lady's face. By heaven, said Francis, rightly done. And he rose from where he sat. No love, quoth he, but vanity sets love a task like that. One,
What, so does he not like her?
do you guys know what vanity is?
Yeah,
Where you
it's like
get
how
ready.
you look to others.
Not bad. So there's an object called a vanity, which is a mirror, and so it's usually it's a standalone mirror by itself. It's usually has like a little makeup thing in front of it, and it's called a vanity because girls could sit in front of this, and you could sit there and do your makeup. Vanity is when you only care about yourself. When my room is done, I usually get accused of vanity because typically my room is covered in pictures of me. We just haven't had a chance to put them all up there, but come January, you'll just see pictures of me everywhere because I like to have pictures of the most important thing in here. So that's what the vanity, that's what the vanity is here that they're referring to. So with her, Tiffy,
Wait, do they also have different type of gloves? Like maybe a black glove is schools, and if there's some guy that's straight that likes females, maybe he would pick
when you go back in time, Tiffy, typically the women wore white gloves, but you can have your Scully glove, and you let me know how that one goes. So when she looks at him and smiles, she's doing her little flirty thing. So she takes glove and then does the, oh no, my glove, and then chucks it, and then looks at him and does the glitter, glitter, glitter eyeballs, and he then, hang on, glove.
Why is he ginger?
Yes,
So he
ginger.
jumps down. When she throws the glove, does she throw the glove because she loves him? Who does she love? Herself. Does Count Dolores realize that?
Well,
Yeah.
now after that he does.
Correct. So the thing is, if he realizes that she only loves herself when she throws the glove, why still go get it if he realizes she's not doing it out of a love for him?
Because he wanted to humiliate her in front of everybody else.
Because if he doesn't go down there, what will all the women think?
That he's just scared.
elbows.
Because if most men, if you chuck the glove down there, you're like, no, I'm going to find a new girl, thanks though. But that's why he realizes he has to impress the ladies. So he's like, all right, jumps down there, kicks the line, backflip, grabs the glove, comes back up,
What is it
and then,
every
hang on,
action movie? Literally.
comes back up, and she's all giggle, giggle. And what does he do with glove?
Throws in her face.
Throws it, takes a glove, and he's like, I have your glove. It's right, whack, and throws it right into her face. That's the moment that her dignity dies. To make it even worse, what action does King Francis do?
Cheers them on.
Stands up and was like, oh my God, did you just see what happened? He just chucked it in her face. And so this is the king leader of all of them. And now glove is sliding down her face. And the king is like, oh, look at that. And then all the girls turn. So that is when that little, there is definitely a death here. But it might not have been of him. And I've got a feeling if we had another stanza, it would be, and then she jumped into the pit and gave him a great big hug. Because I'm not sure there's much coming back from this one with her
Yeah,
poor
but the
choice
thing
though.
is, he was
I'm
like,
having
Sorry,
flashbacks to the
there we go.
original story.
I forgot I changed her face for our last one on
It
that
should
one.
be like a crying face.
Um,
Not more like a mad
I did not put a
face.
crying face up there. I'm sorry. I'll try and change it.
Depressed.
I was going for the. Well, I think she would be crying later. I think it was the anger and the madness to start off on that one.
and the thing is, the king wasn't just like, oh, he did this. He was like, yes, good job doing that.
I enjoy the poem. It's sort of a fun one to go through and sort of figure out the whole sassy back and forth.
Okay, it's a good one.
Tomorrow, we're going to get to haikus and spiders.
I know it very well.
It's a shorter class period, but we'll try to get through as much as we can. Annabelle, Lee, I'm going to push back till next week just because it's a little bit slower. Oh, for you guys, it's not short. In my other classes, it is. So we'll find something to do to entertain each other for that extra time we have. like figuring out how subjects work and